let's talk big picture. What is the biggest pleasant surprise of the season for the 49ers so far, or is there one?
Okay. That's a really good question. And here is again my totally irresponsible answer. There is no pleasant surprise.
Ooh.
There is no one who stepped up and said, I'm terrific. Look. Now, Mostert was last season. Okay. But
yeah.
Mostert I clearly was last season. But they do not, as far as I think about it, in terms of their roster, there is no Mostert who stepped up out of nowhere and you really say, they can build on that. That's really good. Do you have anybody?
Well, I really liked Richie James last week. I thought he was terrific. I do. I don't know. I thought he was just as good as the rookie that they've been playing, Brandon Ayuk. Now, Ayuk may surpass him, but I thought Richie James was good in every single way. Route running, he dropped a pass, but he was good after the catch. He was good as a ball carrier. I think they can build on that. I mean, Kendrick Bourne is serviceable. He's okay. And he seems to test positive for COVID-19 every other week. So I don't know. It seems like now they got Richie James Jr. who can do a little bit more. That's not a bad thing. So that's a pleasant surprise. Also, Fred Warner went from being a good player to being an elite player, and he still isn't even 24 years old yet. He's been a pleasant surprise. I like watching him. And, you know, when they were getting destroyed by the Packers on national television and Eric Armstead and every player really looked like they didn't want to be out there, Fred Warner was playing really, really hard. So I don't know, little things like that. That's about it, though.
Iggy, I find your three players convincing. I think you made a really good counter argument to me. Ayuk, I think he'll be a star. Don't you think he'll be a star in the league?
Yeah, once they get a quarterback who can get him the ball consistently, yeah.
And I also feel that there are certain positions they don't have covered. But wide receiver, I think they have covered. I think they have good wide receivers going forward. So look, here's another tip, Kyle. When you guys draft, I don't think you need a wide receiver. I think you got a lot of other needs, but leave wide receiver alone.
Yeah. You need quarterback, offensive line, edge rusher, corner, safety. 5 things.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
You can do it. But don't you dare take another wide receiver because you take a wide receiver every freaking year. Jeez. All right. What's the biggest disappointment so far this year? Is there only one?
Oh my God, Legion. Okay, how about I'll start with the quarterback. I mean, a lot of it you say Jimmy was injured. The point is, when he played, he wasn't particularly good, and he doesn't play enough. So I have to say, he's a big disappointment.
Oh, they said no to Tom Brady because of him, and he couldn't make it through 5 quarters without getting hurt. And he didn't play well before that. So yep, Jimmy. But there's more. I mean,
you name
Big
one.
91, Eric Armstead making $17 million a year with a sack and a half. He would have to qualify. The first round pick, Javon Kinlaw, 14th pick in the draft, no sacks. He would have to be in there. George Kittle. We love George Kittle around here. He's a big fan of the program. They gave him a lot of money this offseason. He played 6 games. That's tough. And the injury was a non-contact injury. So now you got to wonder what's going to happen in the future with him.
That was what was disturbing. I mean, I looked, it's not like someone landed on his foot. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I don't know what it means, but it does make you wonder if it happened just running around, is he sort of vulnerable? I don't know. But yes, I would, when you say who's a disappointment, we don't mean that we're down on them, that they're morally suspect. We don't mean that. We just mean it's what happened is they're disappointing. They didn't step up. Maybe Jimmy Ward as well.
Yes. And again, I'll put Nick Bosa in there, not by any fault of his own. He had bad luck happen to him. And now he's at a position where at 22 years old, he's had 3 major surgeries already. That's disappointing for him. It's not any fault of his, but that's disappointing for the team. He's supposed to be their Hall of Fame future type of cornerstone guy. And now you're like, well, gee, I mean, we'll see.
Iggy, I have another one. McGlinchey.
Oh, God. Yes, absolutely. I always forget about McGlinchey because I never thought he was any good, but they did. I mean, look real quick. The Niners could have drafted a terrific offensive lineman. Instead, they took Javon Kinlaw because they had Big Mike McGlinchey. Why would you take an offensive lineman? They got Big Mike. Well, Big Mike came in as Skinny Mike. this offseason. It's interesting. The whole COVID thing put the onus on players to work out on their own. There's no strength and conditioning staff. So some guys were great. Fred Warner, look at him. McGlinchey, whatever his regimen was, he got a new one. You need a new one, buddy. That didn't work.
But he likes to be the voice of the team.
Yes, but I don't think they let him do it anymore. I haven't seen him or heard him for weeks. Maybe
you stay in the locker room.
He always wants to answer big picture questions like he's the offensive. He's Matt Ryan's little cousin. So I think what he did is grew up watching tapes of Matt Ryan interviews and like does an impersonation. It's weird. It's weird.
I didn't know that. So they're related.
Yeah, that's his older cousin. So I guess he's like, I have to talk like this when I'm in front of people. Like, nah, that's not working for you. You're not Matt Ryan. You're just Mike. Sorry, Mike. Okay, let's move on. Oh
no, so, I got more. I got more.
Oh, we got many more disappointments.
Listen, I can't give up on this.
Yes.
Jed York ran out on the team. Come on.
Yeah.
This is the leader. This is the leader who couldn't take the heat. What the hell? And if the leader can't take it, who else can? So disappointment. Now, the only thing I would say, I was disappointed in Jed, but it kind of makes sense. I've always been disappointed in Jed.
So there was like a fantasy in the Bay Area the past few years that Jed had grown up. He had turned a corner. He matured. No, is who he is, and he's always going to be this way.
Yeah, so I had to add him. And you know what? I throw in his father too, just for good measure.
Yeah. John, you get some too. And Denise, don't think I have forgotten about you either. Guys.